watching GRTV, my favorite. Wahoo!
So you guys have announced that Lord of the Rings Online is going free-to-play on September 10th. Now, some people will say that free-to-play MMOs have a bit of a bad rap among gamers. How do you respond to accusations that Lord of the Rings is going to change?
It's a good question. It's a fair question. I think there's a lot of myths out there about what free-to-play games are, and I think what Turbine's done, and we certainly did it in the States last year with DDO, is change what it means to be a free-to-play game, right? So, traditionally a free-to-play game may mean a money sink that you're being nickel and dimed every 2 minutes, or the quality is low, whether it's graphics or thin content or feature set. And what we did with Dungeons & Dragons Online was, brought a model to market that not only provided a free option, but also, an in-game store and a subscription option. So, for us, our version of free-to-play is more about providing alternatives and choices for players. So, DDO is now the number 3 most played MMO in North America, and it hasn't even been out a year yet. And it was launched almost 5 years ago. So I think we've sort of dispelled this myth that free-to-play games are low quality and people aren't interested in them and they ruin the game. The core of our store is items that don't give you an advantage, right? We like to look at our items in certain categories, right? There's certainly cosmetic items, which don't give you an advantage, but certainly are the fun part of playing these games. People love to pimp out their characters and look cool and unique. Convenience items, things that you can go in and possibly, in Lotro we have deeds where you can, for example, go kill 1,000 orcs and you're going to get a special title. Now, if you complete deeds, you actually earn Turbine points, which is the currency in game. You earn them in game. So even though you're playing for free, if you're doing what you normally would do in the game, you're earning money to use in the store. And there's nothing wrong with taking some of that money and spending it on a deed accelerator. So for every 2 orcs, for every 1 orc I kill, I get credit for 2. Again, doesn't give an unfair advantage. I think that the choice here for players of MMOs is, at least in Turbine MMOs, is time or money. What do you want to invest? And some people have a lot of one or the other, but rarely both. And I think that's what these are. So if I'm accelerating my speed of doing my deeds, that's not really impacting other players, right? And that's just one example. To make the point, though, we don't sell gear or high-end weapons or things like that in the store. And all the items that are in the store, most of the items in the store, are available in the game. Right?
Do you know now, maybe from DDO, what the most popular kinds of items from the store are? Are people buying more cosmetic objects, or are they buying convenience objects like potions and things?
I don't know specifically like what because it changes every week. I know that character slots, things that are permanent, that you buy and keep, those are big items, and people buy them because they want to make alts and things like that. More inventory. Certainly cosmetic items are very popular and people love them, and potions of sorts that help maybe make it a little easier to get through that battle without having to sort of go back and start again. But again, it depends on the part of the world you're in. It depends on the type of player, what level they're at. It varies, and it also depends on the promotions and things we're running in the store. I mean, we run our in-game stores like Amazon runs their business, right? I mean, we have a whole e-commerce team dedicated to evaluating what players are buying, looking at the economy, how many points have been purchased and are in the economy. I mean, you have to remember that the only thing we're selling here are points. And once we sell them to you, it's the game's job to give you a great experience where you spend them, and then hence come back and buy more points. So our team is dedicated to analyzing that and understanding what's moving off the shelves, so to speak, and how we can and that usually determines what. If something goes on sale or there's a promotion around Gamescom and we're giving off giving away certain items in the game at half price, well then that week those are the hot selling items, right? And that's sort of, it ebbs and flows each week.
And finally, Dungeons & Dragons saw a large increase in audience when it went free to play. So are you looking forward to a similar increase in Lord of the Rings Online's user base?
We're not even a year old yet, and we're coming up on our anniversary. We've already eclipsed 2 million new players in the game. The numbers we're seeing in the beta, the interest in people signing up and coming to the site, is 2 to 3 times that of DDO's last summer when they were pre-launch. And that's all we can use to sort of measure what we think. That and coupled with the fact that right out of the gate we're launching across North America and Europe, and then later this year or early next year in China. So we're doing a much more aggressive launch with Lotro. We expect really great things.